How's it going, everyone? Paul with Adaptable Survival. What we're going to do in today's episode is take a look at this camping bundle from Near Zero. Is it worth $1,100? So as I said, we are going to take a look at this Near Zero, the Dean bundle. In all transparency, Near Zero did send this to me to check out, to review. So what we're going to do today is do just an initial impressions, kind of look at what comes in the pack in this bundle, because this is a 30-piece bundle, although I didn't get a few items, and I'll explain that as we're going. But as the title says, this bundle is $1,100. You get a full camping setup in here: tent, quilt, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, as well as a bunch of other stuff, which we'll cover here in a second. I think it's really cool that Near Zero is putting out something like this, because it helps get more people outdoors at a more budget-friendly price. Now, $1,100 isn't cheap by any means, but if you look at each component of this, if you were buying individually, it would cost more. So let's zoom in here and we'll start going through the pack and seeing what's inside here. So as we can see, I still have the tags on here. I haven't taken this out on any hikes. I haven't rucked around with this. I haven't done anything since they sent this to me. Damn, I can't talk today. So this first tag here just gives you a rundown of all the items you can choose. Just talking to my contact at Near Zero in the last couple of days, they're actually changing up how they do this bundle. So instead of having it how it says on the tag here, the 5, 20, and 30-piece kit or set, they are going to give you the option of default at 30 pieces, but then you can take off anything you may or may not need. So that's pretty cool development on their part. They will also be coming out with a kids version for this, so for those of you who may have someone in the Scouts, a kid, a family member, someone you may know, maybe a good option to buy an all-in-one kit and not have to worry about it. But looking on the outside of the pack they send you, we have a little carabiner. This looks like a thermometer, so it is about 80 degrees, so this is reading accurately. And then it does have a little compass on here. We will look at that in a different video, see how accurate that is. But then you have your shot cord and this mesh pouch in the front, and inside of that mesh pouch right now we have a grill, not in a super sturdy pouch, but sturdy enough. So just a grill that you put right over the fire, cook up steaks, chicken, whatever meat products or food products you want to cook. So that's pretty nifty. I've seen those go online for about 20 bucks, give or take. And what else we got in here? Looks like we got a sticker, and I think there's one other sticker in there. Not going to worry about that. And that has a little buckle to fasten that up. On the sides here, got two mesh pockets, some compression straps. This is the top pocket there, which we'll get into here in a minute. But in this felt pouch here, let's see what we got in here. All right, so we have a spade to dig a cat hole for when you gotta go. I believe that's all that's in there. Yep. Thank you note that they sent me for checking out their pack and their bundle. On the back side, you have a hip belt with some zippered pockets, mesh panel here. Then obviously you can see we have a water bladder on the inside of this pack. Pretty good padding on the straps, not overly done, pretty basic, and it's designed from pretty much what I can tell. I can already tell you the one downside with this pack is if you have a longer torso or a shorter torso, this may or may not work, because this is going to be a non-adjustable pack. On the other side, another mesh pocket, and I just have a Nalgene in there. I believe that's it. Okay, so we ran through a lot of the outside. We just haven't hit on this top pocket yet. You have a grab handle up top, so if you were to lift it up, so this top pocket will just fillet open. What's cool is they have little labels, so you can kind of organize it to however you want to. First aid pouch, light, and then your miscellaneous pouch. Let's take a look at the first aid. Obviously, this is not going to be an extensive first aid kit by any means. Break. So you just have some basic components, towelettes, Q-tips, some stuff to treat minor injuries on the trail, nothing too extensive. That is a 57-piece kit from Lifeline. And I'm not sure if that company is part of Near Zero or Near Zero as part of them. I want to say that I've seen those kits before. In the light pocket, got a headlamp. So, a couple of different settings on there. Strobe setting, maybe? Nope. So, just a basic headlamp. I'll put the lumens across the screen here, and then you have the charging cable for that. Then in this miscellaneous pocket, make sure I stay in view of the camera here. Looks like we got our fire kit. So you just have some strike on the box diamond matches, some Ignito fire starter. I've never seen this before, so I'll be interested to use that in the overnighter. Then I've seen these recently, have never gotten my hands on one, but a fire beaner, so nifty little tool. Solid options there, because there's a ferro rod on that carabiner. You have some matches. Obviously going to carry a Bic lighter in my pocket. And then this looks like just a little hygiene kit. So, same little zippered pocket, labeled hygiene kit. So if you were to replenish anything, some Burt's Bees, some hand sanitizer, let's see, pack out bags. So don't leave your trash out in the woods. Be better than that. What do we got here? Biodegradable soap. These are biodegradable wipes. So you just add these to water and they poof up. What else we got in here? Looks like there's a toothbrush, some wipes, and a cleaning towel. So a few hygiene tools or items to wash yourself when you're out in the woods. Pack this away and we'll get to the main. All right, so let's dive into the main compartment where the majority of the items are housed. So on the front panel here, these are a few of the items that I didn't receive with this. So these compartments here is where you'd put your food. I do believe Peak refuel meals come with this, and those are by far probably my favorite meals on the market at the moment. So I didn't get those with this. The other thing I didn't get with this is bug spray, sunscreen, and then the knife option, which is not a big deal. But what's in this pocket right now is you just have your spoon, or spork I should say. So little nifty, got a little hole so you can put a lanyard on this so you don't lose it if you wanted to. Pack this back up here. Alright, now let's get into this main compartment here. So as I said, this is an all-in-one system or a kit that you buy from them. So you're gonna get a tent, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, the works. So obviously you see this and you probably ask yourself, what the hell is that for? This is for a shovel. Now I knew this came with it just from looking at what was on the site. So looks like one edge is sharp, and this looks real simple. You just take that out, put that in, and then lock that into place. So when we do our overnighter, we'll see how well that holds up. Nifty little trick. Actually, put that back. If I can't fumble-rooski it. Alright. So we'll set that off to the side back here. You get an aluminum tea kettle, so a pot to boil stuff in. Inside there, got a gas canister. And this, maybe a stove? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Yeah. So then you just have a little stove. Let me get this up closer here. So almost reminiscent of a BRS stove. So I'm a big fan of these smaller ones because they pack down so small. Come on. Struggling with the bag here. How the hell do I survive? Alright. This little container's kind of nifty. Never seen anything quite like this before. So that's pretty cool. And then you just have some felt in there, which obviously you take out before you boil anything in there. Now the real challenge is if I can get this back in how it was sent. There we go. Close enough. Hasn't getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. So what's cool is everything has a marking of where it would go. So obviously you can plug and play that right back in there. Then right here, we got a sleeping pad. I'll throw the dimensions across the screen here, along with the R value, all that. But this is a summertime rated system. So, just kind of looking at this, looks like it'll be pretty good. What's nice is I can tell already that this gray part, and there's a green part in there. This part is of a thicker material, so it's going to give the bottom more durability, puncture resistance. I'll be curious to see how this is once we inflate it. Obviously won't be doing that in this video. That'll be part of the overnighter coming up this week. And then down in the bottom section here is where you have your sleeping bag, or quilt I should say. This is quilt 1 for 45 degrees. Like I said, this is a summer rated system. Comfort at 50, limit is 45. A pound 8 ounces, which is pretty light. You can get this compact even more. I'm not going to sit here and take this all out because this video will be like an hour long if I assembled everything and took everything out of the bags, but we will do that, don't you worry. Here, just a cheap rain poncho. Got a little cup, drink that coffee. And then we got an inflatable pillow here. Oh God, losing it. This, not quite sure what this is. Little camp stool. So that's pretty nifty. Oh God, oh God. Help me, Jesus. Got a folding saw in here. So this reminds me of almost like the Corona folding saw. This is the footprint for the tent. And then we just have some 3mm paracord. I'm a big fan of 3mm cordage. 16 strand, 3 twists, 450 pound strength, 50 feet of it. So that can come in handy for a variety of things, as we all know. Stuff all this junk back in here. And then we got the tent, the Dynalite. So what we're looking at, doesn't tell you the weight here. But like I said, I'll throw specs across the screen. And this is actually a nice storage bag, because this will open up completely so you're not struggling to get this tent back in. Feeling the material, just looks like some ripstop nylon. Got your tent poles in here. I'm assuming tent stakes come in there. Everything. It's red. Not my first choice, but I see the steam that they're going through, so that looks like it's a pretty decent tent. Like I said, we will find out when we do an overnighter. Buckle this back up. And that is the last piece in this kit. So one thing I forgot to highlight here is just behind the top pocket, we got the zipper here, and this will give you access to the hydration bladder. And this is a 2.5 liter, this is a 2.5 liter water bladder. So that'll ride right down in there. You have some extra room in there in case you wanted to bring an extra tarp with you, anything like that. So plenty of extra storage capabilities. So as I got the pack back on, this fits me pretty well. Now I'm 5'9", about 250 pounds. If that gives you some kind of gauge of how this is gonna fit. I do have an 18.5-inch torso, so like I said, if you have a smaller or longer torso, this may not fit you the greatest. It's really hard to say. Pack fitment is really, really important, especially if you're going to be putting on miles. This pack, my initial impressions are it's all right. As a good beginner pack, as someone just getting into backpacking or camping, it's a solid option. Not the best option on the market, obviously, but if you're looking for an all-in-one purchase where you don't have to search for everything, you just buy once and you get everything you need, this could be an option for you. At $1,100, that does sound like a lot of money in one purchase, but taking into account everything that you're getting, I mean, the tent itself, if you look at comparable tents, you're spending at least $200, if not more. A pack, at least 150 to potentially more. So if you add those up, it adds up really, really quickly. Near Zero says the retail value of everything in this kit is anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500. I don't remember the exact number that they gave, but I'll annotate across the screen. Weight-wise, this is 17 pounds. So I know for me, I'm going to be able to go for miles and have no issues. Everything else that I see in the pack looked like it was in pretty good quality. Nothing super cheap, like the rain poncho. It may be a cheaper version, but what can you expect with a rain poncho? If there's anything you want me to test in particular in the upcoming overnight video using this kit, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this bundle or bundles like this. When they reached out to me, what really intrigued me with it was that it's an all-in-one kit. It's an all-in-one purchase that you don't have to search around and find everything. You can just buy once and have everything you need. So Near Zero was kind enough to give me a promo code to pass along to all of you. That will be Survival 10. I do believe that is a 10% off coupon code. I will throw that across the screen so you can keep that for your reference. If any of this kit interests you. Man, I am struggling today. Must be this heat or something. Now, Near Zero said Moving forward, they're going to start off the Dean with 30 pieces that we went through here, obviously minus the few that I don't have, but then you'll be able to remove anything you may not need or want. So you can really customize the setup for yourself and have the pieces and parts that you really want. So 17 pounds is pretty much what you're looking at total with every piece of that 30-piece kit. It gets lighter the less things you need. Obviously, if you add your own things, it's going to be heavier, yada, yada, yada. Near Zero is going to come out with a kid's version of this called the Little Dean in the future. I can't remember if it's the end of this year, beginning of next year, but that'll be 3 pounds total. So if you are getting a kid into the outdoors, camping, and backpacking, that may be a good option for you. As I said, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. That gets more eyes on what we're doing here, helps bring more people into our community so we can grow our knowledge base and learn together and grow together. As always, this has been Paul with Adaptable Survival. Adapt your mind, your body, and your gear. I'm gonna go get some rest because obviously I can't talk.